This video may contain copyrighted material, the use of which may not have been specifically authorized by the copyright owner. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing.
I'm an immortal vampire. Y'all folks are funny. They said, what? What? You funny. Oh, it's fake. Wait, what? It's fake? You sure? Folks are funny, man. Yeah, I almost wish they would recruit me sometimes and get me right, give me a sign-on bonus, stuff like that, and just get me somewhere where I'm taken care of. But like I said, you're going to drive me. Take me on a bus or something. I ain't getting on no plane, bro. I don't trust planes. I'm not getting on one. I'm telling you right now, I'm not doing it. I refuse. I don't care who it's for. I'm not doing it. It makes no sense. I'm a genius. If I'm telling you that, you should probably listen. So, I ain't getting on no plane. You want to recruit me? Send a bus. You know, recruit me and say we'll pick you up in a bus, or we'll have a driver come pick you up, and we'll get you, you know, where you're stationed somewhere. We'll have you right. You'll have your own spot. Here's all your anonymities. Here's everything that comes with it. So, yeah. Oh. 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 Well, that's it. Like, serious? I see it all happening, man. I think God, I really feel and believe, and I know, I just believe and I know, I have a knowing, I believe and know that I believe that God is going to give me like enough money. I see it all happening, man. Okay. Whoosh, whoosh. See that cape? Whoosh. Never. How do we know you're the real Batman? See that cape, Richards? Whoosh. See that? That's why I'm the real Batman. Okay. We got Mockingbird villains out here. This is hilarious. It's too much. Oh, for real, I can't do this. This is the Mockingbird. Oh, for real. Oh my goodness. It's too much. It's great. I'm Batman in real life, and we got real supervillains. Oh, for real. Oh, life don't get no better than this. It's awesome. I love it. I love my haters. This is the Mockingbird. Ah, for real. Oh, I love it. It's too much. Oh, I can't get over this. This is the Riddler speaking. This is the Mockingbird. The Mockingbird. Oh, it's awesome. I love what I do. It's hilarious. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I can't get over that. If you introduced yourself to Batman, he would crack up. This is the Mockingbird. Oh, for real. He said it! His name is the Mockingbird! Oh my god! Oh, it's too much! Batman can't do it! I can't even take you seriously! That's awesome! Can you imagine? A mockingbird! Oh my goodness! Next what? What's next? On the octopus? Oh, it's awesome! Alright, let me calm down. I gotta breathe. Oh man. Oh, it is hilarious. So oh, it's too funny. So you gotta understand. I can't stop laughing. It's too funny. That's what he said. He said this is the Mockingbird. Like, what the hell? It's too funny. This is the Mockingbird. Oh, I love it. It's too funny. I can't do this. I can't do this. Oh, for real. So, you know, long story short, it's the exact same situation. Like, I do this for real, homie. That's right. I get busy. That's what I do. Yeah, I get busy. Feel me? That was funny. With that little fake stuff, little fake act. Yeah, I'm about it, little homie. What you mean? Huh? Yeah. What? I'll live for this. Play with me. Oh, it's funny. Every day, funny. New little homie every day. Jelly. I'm a sniveling, coward little gang member. Oh, that's you. Little toad. What you need? Yeah.
Welcome to the pre-show on this Black Friday. I am Rich Baritone. We have our first hello of the evening. It will go to Skip Shooter, otherwise known as Skip. Welcome to the show. And he says, read it for the listeners. It's really early for that, too. Hashtag just another Mongoloid Monday on Friday. It's kind of true.
I hear you talking now. Like you don't know what happened. Like you don't know who run the street. Like we out here faking and flogging. Like you about something. Can't even make a dime. Y'all little gangs don't get no money. You don't make a dime. You make millions of dollars. You serious? Who you playing with? You have any idea what I've done? Huh? Play with me. Little homie, funny. Told y'all, I done told y'all, been telling y'all, y'all don't know the meaning of anger and rage. You couldn't imagine. Trust me. Think I care. Play with me, please. I'll beg one of y'all. Little homies, 3 feet tall. Like my ancestors didn't take all this land. What are you talking about? Huh? Yeah. That's what it is. Yeehaw. This is America. You are my soil. And you're gonna take your act and get out. I'm gonna run y'all out. I'm running every one of you back across that border. Now tell them, what you mean? Who playing? I'm out here every day. You gonna move. Boy, you gonna pack it up and move. That's what you gonna do. Think I'm playing. Been running y'all out my country. I'll stay here and play.
I'll stay here and play all I want. Thank you very much. Please say hello to Brother R-. He is here once again. And early on, we also have a movie title, an earnest movie title to be more specific. And when I get one of those, that's an automatic read it for the listeners. Can't miss out on this one. Skip says, Timu Jim Varney starring in earnest is Mongoloid Batman.
I care about you two. Say what?
See? Says so right there on the screen. I forgot to put it up. Imagine that. Let me start getting high here.
You in my home. Play with me if you want. That was funny. Who pretended? Y'all funny as hell. You in America. We're gonna remind you all day. We ain't talking and making excuses. I ain't the rest of you little humans. Yeah, we get busy. Y'all funny. We ain't never back down. Said what? Hell, it's funny. Yeah, play around. Oh, we gonna get him mad. Oh, gee. Oh, that's really doing something to me. Jiminy Cricket? What y'all, Jiminy Cricket, little homies? What? Like we don't run everything around you. What you talking about? You have any idea what happened? We don't know nothing. None of y'all. All y'all do is talk. Then they sit there, oh, well, I want to be a professional victim today. Ha! Y'all funny as hell. Said what? Boy, y'all give each other jobs down here. All y'all do is favor your own. Boy, get up on my face. You ain't talking about nothing. Yeah, I'm by myself. And the man does more than you ever will. What? Boy, one of my pinky finger alone more of a man than anyone you got out here. Boy, stop it. Don't play with me. Real talk. And Christina backed me. See, I don't come to play. I'm not on what they are. I don't work for nobody. I ain't trying to help nobody. I'm out here for my own interest. I can't stand it. None of you. Sit here and play games like you don't know who the is. Serious? You have any idea what we do? Funny, little homie.
I'm about to miss the freaking street car.
Burrito, 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 burrito. See, I could sing those songs too. To make me a icon down here. Say burrito, 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 burrito. Encarnacion, Encarnacion. That's right. Burrito, burrito. When the Wofford's fail epically, oh, it makes me laugh to hear, because the Wofford's failed again, as usual, right on top. That's right. I have a burrito. That's right, the man that runs the streets right here in the center of Brownsville. Look at me. Gotham is mine. That's right, the man that runs the streets right here in the center of Brownsville. Look at me. Gotham is mine.
That's even crazier than you actually think it is. Hello again, Sneedville. I'm Rich Baritone, and welcome to Negative 43 TV's Black Friday Good Time Hour Plus. Indeed, well, we're going to try to make it a Good Time Hour Plus. We are going to start off with, as it said in the title, we're going to look at Batman is the Mechanic, which is a very, very funny title coming from a guy that can't change a bicycle tire, can't install an inner tube, yet he called this Batman is the Mechanic for reasons that I'm not clear on because I haven't heard this. This is from, 13 hours ago, which his time would be, about 3 o'clock in the morning. Wow, and it is also strongly suspected that Joey is back home. Very, very strongly suspected as we go to air on this Black Friday. So let me bring him up on the screen right now. And there it is. Allow me to put this into not theater mode. Oh, full screen. Full screen. Yes, that's what I want. And that is what I have. I also have some hellos here. Kelju Bordnor joins us on this Friday. And hopefully, okay, this is Skip. He's here under a sock called troll_but_IRL. And he's here as Skip Shooter as well. Of course, we already knew that. So let's jump right into this. I don't think this has been covered. I don't think so. But we're going to jump into this anyway. This is called Batman is the Mechanic, and welcome to the Black Friday Good Time Hour Plus on Negative 43 TV. Let's go! And thank you so much, Kelchu, for the super chat. Thank you very much.
All right, welcome to another wonderful episode of Batman Radio. So, let me explain this to y'all real quick, man. Batman is the world's greatest detective. Okay? That's number one. Number two, everything that I have done here, all the evidence that I've brought forward, right? It all counts for something. It all means everything. I'm going to say it again. You folks have, you know, you've done what everybody does all over social media now. You've tried to argue reality a million times. You've tried to deny reality. Um, I've told people reality over and over and over and over again.
I must correct a mistake I made a minute ago or so. Troll underscore but underscore IRL is not a skip sock. It is actually his own kind of guy. Welcome to the show, and I apologize. It gets confusing around here, especially when you're on your second hit.
told y'all a million times. I told you that these federal lawsuits were getting filed. I told you that the feds were investigating all of these places. I told you all of this was
Okay.
coming. I told you all of it would happen. And now we're finally here.
What? The absolute bottom? No, you're not. You will somehow find a path to a space that is even lower than the one you inhabit right now. And that's why we're here. It really, really is. Okay, Skip informs me that's Trollmonger. Welcome to the show, sir. Oh my god, I can't think anymore. And I'm just getting started. It's amazing. Welcome, Smuggy Smuggerson, to the show.
That's right. Because I just got confirmation, right, that apparently some of these criminals, right, on this network, right,
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a
that
minute.
basically, how do I put it?
YouTube did that to your name, Trollmonger?
I mean, if you have organizations, actual organizations, talking to you or trying to contact you, and basically, dudes have admitted literally that they're trying to contact them and they're trying to talk to them, right? And that they basically are attributing, and basically they're pointing out and holding them responsible finally, these folks on here that I've been talking about this every day, how these folks get down and how they do things. I mean, what do you think I'm doing even when I'm on here?
Fucking off and wasting time. That is what you're doing. And yes, Troll, nothing wrong with McD's on Thanksgiving or any time. I love McDonald's. I'm not ashamed to admit it. And that is why I eat there about 3 times a year, because I love it. I weighed 240 before I started losing weight for a reason. And Mickey D's had a little more than something to do with it.
I'm at work. That's what these folks never talk about. I'm working, bro. I'm always working. I pay attention to these criminals on here for a reason.
There are no criminals on here as far as you are concerned, and this is just too much, isn't it? Please welcome friendly 420 guy. We all are.
I pay attention to what the
420 guys, that is.
red triangles do for a reason. I pay attention to what all y'all do on here on your little streams for a reason. Okay? Now, the difference between me and other people, right, is I'm not running and telling, I'm not talking to folks. I don't do that. Never have, never will. Don't have to. I just do my job. See what I'm saying? I just do my part.
Such as, anyway, I forgot to take my pills. I'm going to go take my pills right now. Taking my pills at 5 o'clock on a Friday afternoon just simply does not mean what it used to. I'll be right back.
I operate independently. So you got to really understand something here, bro. This is complete confirmation now. Okay? That everything I told y'all, everything I predicted is coming right around the corner. It's right here, baby. There's no more waiting. It's common sense, right? If folks are saying that they're talking to these organizations, right, and they're saying that the organizations, right, want to speak with them, and that the organizations have already said hey, we see your behavior and what you're doing online. These folks are stuttering. Okay, they're stuttering, they're scared, they're shook, they're on this network, and now they want to backpedal. But you've been doing this behavior almost every single day and talking reckless and talking crazy,
All better. I'm medicated now.
and you got an answer for everything. And the worst part is, none of y'all even have any experience. You have no experience in anything, so that's why you do that, because you're just online narking and you think that it's a game. And I've tried to explain to folks a million times, ain't nothing a game on here. This is reality, bro. Anything you do online, right, you're accountable for it. You're responsible for it. That's on you. See what I'm saying? Now, when you go on panels and stuff, right? Hold on.
I don't want
You're
to
not
hold on.
responsible for what other people do. You're not responsible for what other people say. That's why I come around, in case you ain't noticed. That's why I keep coming around. Some stuff is my entertainment, but I'm also watching and keeping an eye on what's going on.
Did you see what's happening at the bottom of your screen? Yes, it's true. It's Smoke 'em if you got 'em time, right here on the old show on Negative 43 TV.
You don't get it, bro. Y'all really don't get it, bro.
Oh, God.
Let me
Talk.
fix that. Let's get that a little louder. Nope. There we go.
I was going to say I'm almost used to this, but then again, maybe I'm not. Those could be very, very annoying, which could result in some angry rich. Let's see where we go.
So you just got to understand, people talk. People can believe what they want. People can tell themselves what they like. It's clear as day, bro. It's clear as the day that all these arrests are about to be made. Finally, right? What it sounds like is that the FBI or the feds or whatever, I don't care what organization does it or what organization it is, but it sounds like finally, right, they're starting to pay attention, right? Which, means that hopefully, they're going to do their job. Hopefully these arrests will be made, because that's what's needed to happen this entire time.
Now let's see, 10 after 7 over there in the old UK, or 11, or 10, whatever. I'm ripped now.
You understand?
Still fairly early. You don't have to work tomorrow, do you?
Basically, if the FBI is doing their job correctly, what will happen, in turn, common sense, is that this network will be completely revamped. Every download and reading that I told you is 100% true. And I'm going to give you divine confirmation proof again that I'm directly connected to God right now. There was a reading that just came out recently, and I didn't think much of it, and I didn't know who it pertained to. And it said something about that, folks, somebody was living a double life and that they were on an FBI watch list. And what happened is that one of these folks on here, one of these predecessors, criminals, whatever you want to call them, right? Listen.
Hey, look, everybody, it's Snake is Sonic, little dickhead.
One of them just admitted, I just saw, like right now, one of them just admitted and said that they were informed that they are on an FBI watch list.
Excellent, Coach.
And for what? For what? For everything that I said that the red triangles do and have been responsible for the past, I don't know how many decades. So newsflash, honeys, newsflash, Trilees, newsflash, homie. I'm not going to have to file a federal lawsuit or take any matter to court. That comes after, because if there's already FBI watch lists, right, that means all the criminals on here are on that watch list, which would be comprised of the entire red triangles, which is most of YouTube, right? So that means they're paying attention to every little thing now. Hopefully, if they're doing their job correct. That means they know exactly who I am, right? And they know that, I'm really good at what I do, because I can guarantee you they would have never investigated this matter had it not been for me. That's just a fact. They would have never even batted an eyelash Had I not brought this to the forefront and made it a public issue, and along with my fame that I keep gaining, see, y'all don't understand. My fame is literally like y'all's karma and downfall.
Yep, a lot of excellent public golf in that area too, so I am told.
Literally, because the more fame that I get, the more criminals get locked up and arrested. I'm not about running and telling. I never have, never will, don't have to. I'm about bringing out the truth and exposing the truth and being really good at what I do, which is I expose the truth. I expose your crimes. I expose your illegal organizations. I expose what you're doing. And I literally get illegal organizations shut down all the time. Nobody can mess with me.
Well, at least with the applause, I know it's always going to be a good place to pause him. If the hands are clapping, why not stop at 11 minutes after the hour?
That's the truth. You know what I mean? So my deal is, like I said, I mean,
Oh, you didn't?
I'm not going to have to file the federal lawsuit. I'm still going to. I'm going to be filing a couple of them, probably a lot of them. You know what I mean? Real talk.
You're filing nothing, not even your fingernails, because you wouldn't even know how to do that. Oh, it's true, Smuggy. Sneedville is around the world.
But the point is, the other reading said it. It said you're going to be on vacation while they're in prison. What it said? Y'all going to be in jail. Y'all going to be locked up. And Christina and I are going to be on vacation. That's what's coming around the corner. That's the next movie.
And many Australians, too.
Here, give me a minute.
Yep, that would be Joe Packer II. He's a Scottish guy. That is true.
So, like I said, I've done my part. I've done a hell of a job. I've done my job. I've done God's will. I've done God's work, and I'm barely getting started. That's why when God tells me and sends me downloads and messages and says, you know, like, basically it's over. You did your part. You did it. I made it, bro. Like, I'm proud, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm going through a lot, but I'm proud, man. I'm proud that I was able to contribute and do something that was really for the good of the world and good of the public already, man. I'm truly proud of that. I'm happy and beyond proud of myself. So what you can expect in the very near future, common sense, is that YouTube is clearly about to get cleaned up. As far as on this network, there's going to be a bunch of arrests made. It's just common sense. That's what
I did not know that. A New Zealand contingent. I'm really liking this.
coming next. There's going to be a lot of criminals going to jail. There's going to be a lot of people losing their jobs and going to jail. I'm seeing things change everywhere I even go or walk. I'm telling you, the feds are investigating these places, and all of it has to do with the way that folks treated me and the way that folks kept doing what they was doing. So, like I said, I'm going to have huge lawsuits. Okay, they're going to have to pay me massive settlements because the truth is going to come out, and not the FBI, not no organization, not nobody can hide the truth that I'm the one who brought this forward. You understand? Like, literally, I'm just telling you the truth. There's no way that any of these investigations would have ever happened or taken place had I not made this a public issue. It's because I made a scene and because I was smart enough to do what I knew was the right thing and make this a public spectacle. That's the reality. So you got to give credit where credit's due, homie.
And make this a public spectacle. Well, you've been doing that for a great many number of years. I just wasn't expecting that phrase.
All I'm saying is give me my credit, bro. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. They ought to cut me a check straight up. You know what I mean? And I'm for real because I'm incorruptible and because I stood my ground this whole time and stood up to everybody. I had to put in all the actual work as Batman in the street. That's what y'all don't get. What I've done is on such a high level, it's unreal. I told y'all we operate above the feds. I'm not playing. I'm 100% real and legit. I'm telling you the truth, and this is what I'm always going to do for a career now. This is like my calling, not just my job, but my calling. I'm appointed by God. So they might end up, cutting me a check. They might end up giving me a deal where I can work with them or for them. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
no.
I'm pretty sure that there's going to be some offers put on the table for me because there's no way they can ignore this. They could pretend, but I mean, I don't think they're going to want to do that.
Well, I'll tell you what, while you're waiting for offers that will absolutely never, ever arrive to you, bottom of your screen, everybody, while you're waiting for that, go get your wallet.
You know, I mean, if they're sincere or genuine at all, and they're not like these people, they're not going to want to do that. They're not going to want to hide the truth. They're going to come out and they're going to have to admit it and say, yeah, it was all because of him and his work that he did as Batman. It was because of his stand against crime and corruption, literally. If it wasn't for him and everything he exposed publicly and everything that he did, every effort, all the work I put into the street this whole time, why do you think I did this? This was a huge project. This is one of the biggest, these are the biggest cases, biggest federal lawsuit. I mean, we're talking about massive federal indictments. We're talking about RICO cases. We're talking about, I mean, you know, red triangles and league organizations that trickle into companies, you know, like possibly like IBM, allegedly, like real huge corporations. It ties into all corporate America.
Whoever created the red triangles, crazy good job. The red triangles are attacking his soul on a daily basis. It's a great thing. It was a great job.
Yeah, you had the same guy just said that he's on an FBI watch list now. This is all brand new. I just found this out. Talking about, he just admitted and blurted out his mouth. He already self-snitching and telling on him. I told y'all going to sing like canaries and tell on each other. I already knew. And he's already blurted out his mouth the next step of the puzzle, which proves why I'm filing federal lawsuits and what I'm exposing, which is all of corporate America. He just said it and blurted it out and admitted that there's folks on this network that are involved in trafficking. Boy, stop it. I'm better than everybody at their job. Real talk.
Fuck you, buddy. It's awful big words to be thrown around. Awfully big words to be thrown around. I know what you're talking about. You better have some fucking proof on somebody. That sort of talk is not necessarily good for your health. Not, of course, that I'm going to do anything. I'm kidding, algorithm. Fuck you already.
I got them self-snitching and telling on themselves, Coach. You better grab your dictionary. You better grab your manual on how to do this. Oh, wait, there ain't one because there's no school for this. I'm the best in the business, homie.
Yep, they sure are. They're absolutely BMWs.
Got them telling, got them running and telling on themselves, self-snitching. I'm telling you, that boy is stuttering, bro. He's stuttering like Clifton Rainey out here. Today, Junior. Yeah, that boy is shook. Real talk. They is shook, Coach. I got him shook, Coach. I told you. All that gangster talk went out the window real quick. Yeah, I told you. These are little homies, bro. Ain't none of these people G'd up. I told you this, man. I'm not faking nothing, bro. Everything's real with me. Everybody knows, too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I told y'all, bro. You ain't never seen me change my demeanor. Ever. In the history of man and time, you ain't never seen me change my demeanor or backpedal or switch up. Homie is...
I'll read this for the listeners. It's from Nega. Tyree called us the red triangles. Sticky. Just ran with it. Tyree got it from the Batman Returns movie. Okay. No wonder I wouldn't know that. I've never seen a Batman movie. I have never seen a Batman movie.
Stuttering, tripping over himself, tripping over his words. He already scared. And you got the other dude right there talking to him, right? That stuff is crazy to me, son. That's crazy. Real talk. Like, that's crazy, homie. And I'm going to tell you who I'm talking about. Groovy Jimmy. They got Cyber over there still in his ear, still talking to him like he giving him advice.
Okay.
Homie, let me explain something to you.
Let me explain something to you. You're talking about a guy that has large jars of piss for self-protection as a peer. You don't see that as a problem? I do. See, I can be an annoying little fuck just like you.
Right? If you are a part of that and you really cool with Groovy Jimmy and you friends with him and he admits now that he just said he's on an FBI watch list.
Okay, now the whole thing just breaks wide open for me. Thank you everybody for the back information on that.
You literally, right, are one of his closest counterparts. What does that sound like to you? if you're a counterpart and this all is comprised of a RICO case, right? What do you think that you're
Well,
invisible?
yeah, I mean,
he thinks he invisible like
I
a
know.
cockroach
I know the Penguin is Jared 333. They were talking about a movie.
when you turn on the light. He thinks that he's running and hiding from reality because everyone who can think knows that Cyber is a narcissist, and he supposedly lost that little lawsuit, which was what, a restraining order. That's not even a lawsuit. That's just basic stuff. They don't even know what to call things. It's not a lawsuit. That's like a civil matter, bro. And he was trying to get money out the deal because he's poor and broke, and he's up there in New York where the living cost is too high, and he's about to be homeless. That's the facts. I'm just telling you the truth.
This is as good a time as any to ask you all to be my associate producers again this evening. Help me keep an eye on Batman the Alchemist, the channel that is, and if he goes live, we're going to go live. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we are reviewing Batman is the Mechanic here on Negative 43 TV, 50 shit. 21 minutes after the hour. That's a good vape.
Yeah. So all that fake laughing, are you fake laughing now? I mean, are you fake laughing now? Real talk. Cyber's the one came over here talking about, well, I don't want you talking about things that may not be facts. The only person who didn't bring facts is clearly you. If you lost your little whatever lawsuit, whatever in court, trying to put a restraining order on you know who, right? On real life is not in cyberspace, right? The fake tone space girlfriend, right? Mind you, this is all stuff that they're doing. I have nothing to do with these people. I don't know them, nothing like that. This is just entertainment on YouTube for me. I pay attention because I'm smart and I'm figuring it all out. The facts. So, like I said, the person who can't get their facts straight clearly is you. If you couldn't win, in a lawsuit or whatever for a restraining order, you clearly didn't have your facts straight, right? And I'm just saying that's the hearsay going around. They saying that you lost. That's all I heard. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know and I don't really care. You know what I mean? Like, real talk. Like, I don't pay attention to other people, but what I'm saying is you keep being right in the ear.
I will say this, TM, when he goes live, he should be extra bitter because this is, of course, Black Friday, and that means there's going to be a lot of holiday shoppers, a lot of holiday traffic, a lot of happy people out there mixed in with a fair amount of absolutely stressed out people. And the whole situation is going to set him off because he knows this is the beginning of the Christmas season. And he knows once again, he ain't getting shit. He would be fortunate to get coal in his stocking.
Of this Groovy Jimmy individual. And he just came out publicly and admitted that literally he's on an FBI watch list. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. So if he's on an FBI watch list, what, you think the rest of y'all invisible?
Nobody's on an FBI watch list around here. I'll read this for the listeners from Nega because it's some more back information that I certainly knew nothing about. He says, and the reasons that he titled this one Batman is the Mechanic is because Jason Statham, I believe, yes, did that movie, The Mechanic. He must have just watched it. That would be an explanation. Yes, thank you.
They think this is Harry Potter.
It's Culture Friday.
They've been reading too much Harry Potter. They think we playing Quidditch out here, little homie. They think they invisible.
Sector Friday in Norway.
I done told you these were slow criminals. All I'm going to say is I hope that all these jails and prisons offer visitation hours, because when Christina and I are sitting on over $18.1 million, okay, and all these folks are in prison, I'm going to do everything I can and ask every question and try to talk and figure out if there's a way for me to just, have the visitation hours so I can just go see them and talk to them and just so I can have a good old laugh. How you doing? You've been in here 7 years now. I just wanted to remind you. How you doing today?
We're all doing better than you are. That's for goddamn sure. Please welcome Mr. Smith to the show, as well as Vladimir Putin on this Black Friday, and it really is a Black Friday. I went out and did some shopping. I actually got something for Mrs. Baritone today, so that's one present down.
How's it going in there? You've been in here a minute. So, I just got done eating at Chili's. How's that 3 meals a day, hots and a cot? How's that going for you here in this wonderful retirement home? All right, it's not a retirement home, it's jail. Yeah. See, y'all don't get it, man. I'm not in your position. I don't have no friends. That's why I don't. That's why I don't trust nobody. That's why I don't trust none of y'all. That's why I make sure that all y'all stay away from me.
You have no friends and you're extremely paranoid. What kind of a life is that? Seriously, what kind of a life is that? It sounds like it's no kind of life whatsoever. And I was going to make a joke about belts being able to do more than hold up your pants, but I won't. I'm kidding, algorithm.
Keep your distance. I'm real smart, bro. I'll play you close. Don't worry. I'll figure out what I need to figure out. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm going to figure out everything. I'm going to get the information I need. I know what I'm doing. But like I said, folks don't even get what's going on. And the craziest part, like I said, I have nothing to do with nothing going on. I have nothing to do with nothing y'all talking about. And that's the thing. They so quick to want to blame folks. So they talking about, oh, well, this person told, this person must have told. Maybe you just getting held accountable. Why does it always have to be blame shifting? Huh, Groovy Jimmy? Good question, right? Why is it never your fault? Why is it always someone else's fault?
Again, why are you talking about a man that keeps 5-gallon bottles of piss around for self-defense as if he's a peer of yours? Jesus, X. Because he is a peer of yours, that's why.
That doesn't
Never
sound
mind.
like narcissist.
Ah.
It's always somebody else's fault, huh, Groovy Jimmy? It was their fault, right, for the way they raised you and then why you turned out this way, right? It was everybody else's fault. Well, I'm going to tell you whose fault it is that you're on an FBI watch list. Yours. And again, this is out his own mouth. So when people like Cyber want to question reality because they're delusional and say, if it's true, what do you mean, if it's true?
Why, oh, why did I not think of this verse? To read it for the listeners from Negasonic. Jimmy keeps 5-gallon buckets of piss around for self-defense. Tyree keeps it around for refreshments.
If it's not true, he shouldn't be going on public airwaves saying it. That might be another.
Allow me to give that what that deserves.
You can't
here.
Just come on airwaves and keep. They've got people posing like they're having fake courtrooms. That's going to come out in this federal lawsuit. Everything
there you go.
y'all have done is going to come out and get looked at.
I would have gave it a laugh, but apparently I don't have it on this board.
And I'm pretty sure those are felonies. You can't create your own courtroom. I don't care if you're acting like it's a joke or not. You can't do that, bro. You were literally holding a court session on YouTube and pretending that y'all were judges and DAs and lawyers. I'm pretty sure that's felonies, homie. Apparently you don't know the law at all, smart one. Oh my goodness. Talk about they laughing at anyone else, but
oh my goodness, isn't that feminine?
They got no self-awareness and don't
sure sounds like oh my goodness.
Don't know the law at all. Are you serious, bro? Y'all
sounds like something Little Richard would have said in 1968.
Funny as hell, bro. But yet, have you seen anyone do what you're doing? Who the hell else is acting like they created their own courtroom? In the history of time, have you ever seen anyone do that? Ever. They don't even do that on Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's the only show I think that folks might do that. And these people never thought about that, but they claim they slick. They smart. They want to tell everyone else something. Well, they hide behind their computer for decades, right? Well, all the hiding, it's clearly just not going to work anymore because, you can't hide from the FBI. If you're on an FBI watch list, this dude is so crazy, the Groovy Jimmy dude, and I'm talking about all these folks right now, but going back to Groovy Jimmy, he said he'll go on the run, basically. This is how delusional they are. And he'll go get a little job somewhere and get him a little apartment or whatever in some other place. and he's just gonna keep running, bro. Oh my goodness, bro.
There it is again.
Bro, I was on the run for 7 years. Okay, for real. If you think that you're smart as me and you can move like me, I mean, you've missed the whole point of reality, buddy. believe me, you are not ready to go on the run, bro. Okay, that run is gonna be like them dudes that broke out of that Louisiana prison, and the one was sitting there begging for his freedom, talking about, I didn't mean to leave. I had to go. Like, what do you mean you had? You don't have to do nothing. You could have stayed there like a good prisoner and done what you're supposed to do, so you can get your time over and get the hell out of there. Hopefully, you ran, and you need to be held responsible for running. Period. He was trying to beg Little Wayne. Yeah, like Little Wayne's broke self is gonna help you, man. Get out of here with that. All you New Orleans little homies like TJ are delusional. You believe in some alternate reality that doesn't exist. Let me tell you something about all the homies in New Orleans. None of them do anything.
Indeed, he was a fugitive for 7 years. Some of you newer people may not know that, but it's true.
They just sit there and exist. That's all they ever done.
I think it was more, I think it might have been actually 8 years, whatever it was a long, long time. And what was he running from? 45 days in protective custody. Why not just get it over with?
Real talk. And New Orleans is great. The place is beautiful. The people there are a joke. They don't do anything and they don't get anything done. That's the truth. They have attitudes while they work kitchen jobs, like do your job and be quiet and cook my food, homie. How about that? How about them apples? That's a big bushel of apples. How you like them apples? It's ridiculous out here.
Now, this is a legitimate question for everybody, even you listeners out there. Trollmonger asked, why did Joey make posts of stuffed animals? It's absolutely true. He made several shorts of, just him doing shorts of stuffed animals. The real tough guy stuff.
That little homie got an answer for everything. Like, so you gonna go on the run now? That's what he said. He said, I'm gonna go fly a kite. You got an answer for everything. I'm gonna go buy a jumbo jet. I mean, yeah, me too, bro. I got a purple unicorn that follows me around and never stops talking. I mean, come on, dude. This is getting out of hand, bro. These people will just say anything, bro. Like, yeah, I'm actually a pink unicorn. Like, what?
I'm going to pause this for two reasons. First of all, I'm going to say hi to Joe Pat Krakuri, even if I've said hello to him previously, just to hit the button and get that migraine fuel silenced for just a couple of seconds.
I'm not a Batman. I'm a unicorn, silly.
A unicorn. Why am I seeing My Little Pony? Because I am.
These are the silliest criminals I've ever seen. All the red triangles, like, it's just common sense, bro. You know what I mean? Real talk. It's common sense, bro. Real talk. Like I said, if he's on an FBI watch list, bro, and he talking about they actually came and tried to talk to him and they looking for him and trying to contact him, bro. He's talking about the actual agencies, bro. Like the top agencies in this country and world. Okay, like that ain't no joke, bro. If they saying you on an FBI watch list, bro, I'm sorry, but why would you not be panicking right now? Like, what the hell is wrong with you, bro?
Oh God.
Trying to talk your way out of it. The cyber dude who knows nothing about the law but keeps running his mouth is sitting there spreading more misinformation because all you do is bring stuff that ain't facts. Talk about that, partner.
And the real sad thing about this soundboard is we will be dealing with the soundboard every time he goes live from now until his phone shuts off again, which will be soon.
What do you mean? Huh? If you had facts, what's up then? How come you ain't saying nothing, huh? Right. He ran from every conversation I ever had. That's a fact. You want to give him advice. Oh, go get you a lawyer. And he said if you get you a lawyer and you ask for something about full discovery or whatever, oh, the agencies can't do this and that. Boy, the agencies can do whatever the hell they want.
The story's degraded to a point where the police are after Batman. What happened to Commissioner Gordon and all that fucking shit? This anti-hero stuff, I'm just not down.
No, that's not how it works. Just because you have an attorney,
I don't
doesn't
think
mean
so,
anything.
but
They don't care that you have an attorney. But if you're on an FBI watch list, do you think they say, "Oh, did he get an attorney"? Can you imagine that? Oh, did he get an attorney? If he got an attorney, I guess we can't place out the warrants and make the arrest, right? Like that's the silliest thing I've ever heard. Cyber, please pick you up a law book. Like go to your local Barnes and Noble and order Law for Dummies and read that. Maybe you know that's perfect for you, buddy.
You've never read it in your life. How much you want to bet he's never even had the book in his hands?
What the hell is he high on? What is he talking about, bro? Like literally. What is wrong with that dude? So losing one lawsuit or trying to file a restraining order and that failing, that wasn't enough. And it's crazy because the person that you were trying to file the restraining order on really does this stuff. So how did you lose a case that you should have won? Like Tone Space, you got him issuing an illegal statement on camera and you didn't think to press charges? What the hell is wrong with you? I'm sorry, bro, but you can say what you want, but that whole panel is just filled with failures, bro. I'm sorry, that's the truth, bro. I mean, you can't fail any more than this. You didn't press charges where you should have, right? So Tone Space got away with his illegal statement, right? You didn't prove anything concerning anyone. We all already knew that Tone Space was a coward. And
how did we get on Tone Space? Did I miss something while I was doing my backstage stuff? I don't think I did. I think his conversation derailed again. Of course, it only derails about 400 or 500 times every single time he goes live.
Gazy and fake. And Tone Space is a gang stalker. Tone Space is another one, right? Who's a part of this and part of the Red Triangles. And y'all should definitely be worried and stressed and concerned because every time that I say your name, you think they're not listening? I mean, why do you think I keep bringing y'all up right now? You think I like talking about you folks? Why the hell would I like talking about people who can't accomplish anything if they all got together? You folks couldn't screw in a light bulb, homie.
Witty. Very, very, very witty. I'm being sarcastic, of course. Please welcome Red Screen to the show 37 minutes after the hour. And if you're in Newfoundland and Labrador, it's 3 minutes after the hour now, as it is now 38 minutes after the hour. This darn clock, I'm telling you, kids.
Real talk, if you had all of you in a mat, for how many years have these people typed to me hiding and acted like they knew me, like or something, like we have a relationship going on, like we're connected or something? Like I don't know any of these folks. I don't know one person on this network. These people will sit there and act like we cool or something while they sitting there and committing tons of crimes and talking crazy, like talking just weird in a way no one would ever talk to me. Like what is that, bro? I ain't got nothing to do with you folks. Nothing. Are you serious? Like I pay attention because you're my entertainment. I pay attention because, like I said, I was gonna make sure that I saw this through.
You pay attention because you've nothing else.
I'm gonna make sure I do my job and my part in it, and I'm gonna make sure this is all exposed publicly. So yeah, Tone Space can put on his "I'm cute and I'm a goody two shoes" all of a sudden act, right? And pretend that he's 7 feet tall. I mean, you're probably 6 foot something. I mean, you know you look. You're not exactly pure muscle. We'll just put it like that.
He is a big, muscular guy. You couldn't deal with it. Or maybe you want to deal with it. Maybe that's the whole problem. I'll bet it is.
You know, you look like a big stork running around here. Like, literally, like, you look like a stork that's walking on 2 legs. Like,
says a guy who literally looks like a stork. He is actually shaped like a stork. We call this projection.
Yes, they do, but I mean, they fly too, and you definitely ain't flying anytime soon. The only flying you did is when you got on that plane, and then you still gang stalked Cyber while you were on the plane too. Like your stalking never turns off. Apparently you don't have an off switch for your stalking mechanism. Ridiculous, bro. You're a true gang stalker. It's unreal, man. Can you imagine somebody taking you to court so you gang stalk them on the way to the lawsuit or to the courtroom?
Well, let's break this down. Tone Space never talks about you. You talk about Tone Space probably once to 8 times every time you go live. Sounds like you're the one that's being maybe a little bit stalky. Yeah, keep mentioning that name. Maybe he'll recognize the fact that you're even still breathing in oxygen and putting out carbon dioxide. Oh, wait, he doesn't notice or care.
That's crazy. He said, "Oh, I see him." Yeah, the dude was waiting across the street, peering over, and probably had been stalking the entire time. You don't know how many hours he might have been looking at you. You know, Tone Space might have had eyes on you the entire time. He's just such a coward. He'll act surprised when you finally turn around and see, "Oh, he's looking at me."
Ladies and gentlemen, this portion of our show is brought to you by Walking Pestilence. Get some today.
So all these games that y'all been playing on YouTube every single day for this long, right? Hey, guess what? Game over. That's what time it is. Yep, all them games that y'all been playing this entire time that you tried to normalize, all the things that you talk about, all them different components. You've heard Groovy Jimmy already admit to about 50 felonies each episode. Like I said, first of all, you're going to have to check the jugs that he has, that everybody knows he has, because that's just disgusting and wrong. And it can be considered a you know what.
Oh, what, a chemical weapon? Is that what you're driving at? I've never heard it as fucked up and strange and weird as that is. I've never heard anybody talk about him drinking it. He certainly doesn't, to my knowledge, have an ex-girlfriend who told us all once that you would get mad when she would empty your cups of piss that you had all over her house.
That's one felony. That's number one. Number two, he just admitted that there's a private Discord server that they all use. You might want to look into that, right? That's probably pretty important because guess what?
Say hi to Sticky. He's at work. Sticky is always at work. Man, but welcome to the show and enjoy it what little bit of time you can be here.
Then people been using Discord servers this entire time to do what they're doing, and it's all a bunch of illegal activity and crimes. So that would be felony number two. See, this is the problem why I'm literally like the best in the game. Literally, like honestly, I'm better. I could do these folks' job 8 million times better. All of y'all. I don't care how anybody feels about it. It's the truth, little homie. Okay, and then on top of that, I mean, how did I put it?
How do you put it?
Yeah, we all know the illegal statements that you issue every single episode of your non-existent show. I mean, you don't even make digital money. You just get on here and talk reckless and commit crimes. But that last episode, you were holding back a little bit, weren't you? You know why? Because you're scared. That's why. It's okay to admit we're scared sometimes, Groovy Jimmy. It's all right, man. You know, what are you? Aren't you like 26 or something? So I mean,
you're 36 and you think you're Batman. Jesus, God. You're 36 and you think you're Batman. You jump off of dirt hills and say whoosh and think you're being a badass. I haven't seen the one where you almost broke your fucking ankle jumping off of a dirt mound. Yeah, like the kind of mound that Charlie Brown used to fucking pitch off of. Yeah, well, not very high at all. Ooh, you're so brave. Everybody around you thinks that you're an absolute fucking mong, and they're wondering why you're allowed to walk free in society. There, I said it again.
Still fairly young. You're like 26. You got a lot to learn, and you know maybe this jail time and prison time that's, pretty obvious and pretty much guaranteed, maybe it will teach you your lesson. Maybe it will teach you how to think properly and how to act, and that, you can't get online and just act a fool.
Like you give us license to do any fucking thing we want. We've been here 1 hour so far on negative 43 TV's Black Friday Good Time Hour Plus.
Because that's the truth. That's what most of these folks really need, and what would really help them is just a little basic discipline from the system. And I blame the system for not ever, holding them responsible and accountable. That's why I had to do all this and make sure this was a public issue. Because the system could have been just held them accountable, and then we wouldn't be at this point now, would we? So yeah, no, brother, when you talk about everything you're doing, when you're talking about putting people's information out, everything that the Red Triangles already did, right? Everything that y'all do, that you do to create fear.
You've doxed a couple different people. Johnny, for sure. I'd shut up about it.
Every single one of those is a separate felony. The reason you're on an FBI watch list, brother, let me explain to you, is because of your own actions. Nobody had to call anybody, obviously. Nobody had to report anything. Nobody had to say anything, because you did it to yourself. All the FBI has to do is decide they're going to finally do their job and investigate. And if they turn on the internet, it's public platform. It's all right there, right? And the truth is, Batman's already done half the work, because the entire federal indictment list is on the True Alpha Dating Advice channel with names and channels and everything. I'm way ahead of you, like way ahead of you folks, bro. Are you serious, bro? I knew all this stuff like years ago.
And again, as I mentioned at the beginning of our show here, it seems to be based on some pretty good logic that he's back with mommy. Homeowners Association, anyone? I know they don't want him around.
Go, bro. They could have been made these arrests. It took y'all this long. So now are you going to look into that matter with Tiffany Chrisman, Cat Smith, and Lamar Wills up in Benton Harbor, Michigan? Are you going to look into that? Because you need to look into all of it. You can't look at parts of it and keep making your own rules. So I hope we're not going to do that and act like these other folks that can't do their job. I hope we're going to actually do our job now, right? So, I mean, at what point and how long does it take to just do folks' job? I mean, you can't just let these are the most serious situations in the world. What happened to Tiffany Chrisman? It can't get no more serious than that. So if you got folks that possibly, I don't care if there's a hint or a chance that folks on this network were working in collusion, and now they're just picking and targeting who they want and doing crimes to that level. And if there's even an inkling of truth to that, or a hint that that may be possible, how would you have not investigated this like when it happened? That's my question. So don't tell me you all do your job, because you don't. That's the facts. No, I'm not a happy customer. No, I'm not. No, I'm not in cahoots with no one. No, I'm not a friend to none of you. I think this is embarrassing and ridiculous that it's taken this long, and that they're still going to take this long. Like, how many years are you going to wait? So now you got folks on a watch list. This is what I'm saying, why we have to have a Batman, because not one agency will just do the job and do what needs to be done. So how long now that you have them on a watch list, are you going to surveil them for years like you do all these gangs? That you just sit there and watch them in the neighborhoods while they run rampant, and literally the neighborhood goes to hell because you won't do anything? Is that what we're going to do? Are we going to watch them, or are you going to actually make the arrest? That's what I want to know.
Oh boy.
The biggest joke I've ever seen. That's why nobody takes any of y'all seriously. That's the truth. I'm going to say everything about how I feel. And when we get in court, trust me, I'm going to really be talking. When I get in court, trust me, I'm going to be talking the entire time. Y'all going to hear me. Believe that. I already know folks not going to want to show up to court. You understand? And like I said, the people who are being held accountable, if they don't show up to court, there's going to be warrants put out for your arrest. You better get ready and get smart. Nah, brother, it's the biggest federal lawsuit the world has ever seen. You understand? This comprises everyone. This has to do. Carly Fiorina is connected to this. She can't get out of it. Allegedly, but it's obvious as hell. She tampered with my trust. That's a fact, right? We'll say allegedly, but it's a fact, and I have concrete proof of it. And
You have proof of nothing, please shut up. You got all of your money before you start bitching about that.
everybody knows, even the university was a witness to it. So what do you mean? She's a part of this, right? Which would then connect and link what? What is that link to it? The corporate America. She worked for HP. She was the CEO, right? Jay Austen's father worked for Silicon Labs. Tommy Sotomayor worked for IBM. Are you starting to notice a common theme here? Again, I don't believe that any of these companies make their profit off of selling product. I think they make their profit off of trafficking. And now you've got a guy on YouTube openly admitting and saying that there's folks doing trafficking, which we already know for a fact that the Red Triangles do trafficking, because that I have complete confirmation of. That I know for an actual fact. Okay, they may not be very good at it. They may be some small timers, but they 100% are trying to.
They may not be very good at it, which tells me by insinuation that you know more about sea trafficking than they do. Why would you criticize that they don't know what they're doing with that? That insinuates that you know everything about it. Is there any admissions you would like to make at this time?
Good, and they're involved in a lot of illegal activity. You understand? It's not about whether they're, successful. I mean, these are some of the slowest people I've ever seen, but I know for a fact that they make some money because they're doing a bunch of illegal activity.
Well, don't work too hard, as they say, and be careful more than anything else. And when you're done, be careful going home. Thanks for stopping by, Sticky.
That makes sense? I mean, there's all sorts of investigations that should have been launched and things that need to be looked into. Like, come on, bro. Them folks was right there in Houston off of that DFW and Airport Drive or whatever, right out there by that little place. I forget what it's called, right? And I know they were doing illegal activity, right? So what are you talking about? Like, straight up, what are you talking about? That was all these people. Those are the members of the Red Triangles. So what are you talking about? That's what I don't understand. Like, you folks keep acting like you're confused or something, then you want folks to not talk about it. Like, that don't make no sense. You know what I mean? It's like they want to stop you from solving the puzzle and solving the crime and actually getting it where the criminal's apprehended. I mean, that should be the goal. So what do you mean? I mean, like I said, that's just the truth, bro. Like, come on, son. You got to really get real with yourself, man. Come on, bro.
We do know here in the last couple of days he's been really pissed about not getting free rides. What with that damn corrupt bus company, huh?
Like, real talk. I'm going to say it again. Ashley Wheeler, the hunchback sister, right, for a fact is involved in crime, right? Both of them, right? You could say allegedly, but it's a fact, right? You got Jennifer Benish, right? All these people, bro. What are you talking about? These are people who said out their own mouth that they was doing Social Security fraud. Don't play with me, bro. What are you talking about? I'm going to talk about everything I heard and said. If you don't like it, don't say it in front of me. How about that? Get smart. You folks funny as hell, bro. Real talk. That's what Jennifer Benish said out her own mouth. That's a fact. But y'all don't want to talk about that, right? Huh? Yeah. So why do y'all talk so much smack? Why do you talk so crazy? Like, is that something to brag about? What do you mean? Like, bro, if you get government benefits like that and you live off a government check, they have stipulations and criteria you have to meet. Like, they tell you can only work so many hours, you can only do this. You get what I'm saying? Y'all don't follow them. Y'all don't, bro. I know for a fact that reading has to.
You don't follow them because you're not on disability, but you desperately need to be. What are you even fucking talking about? My
do with all that too, because I know all about
really
that
getting tough
with that what it explained. Basically, I already know that's going on because it was obvious. These folks, what you have to understand, bro, is I had to see, like, I've seen too much. Like, I just know what I saw. I know what I've, how to explain it. Like, I know what I witnessed, and I have visions and stuff, so I don't have to be around or be there to see things. Like, I just understand what's going on to a T. 100%. I see it crystal clear as hell, bro. You know what I mean? So, like I said, you got Siobhan Crow, right? I mean, bro, the video came out with her, right? Remember the video? Y'all don't remember the video? I've talked about it a million times. So
I remember many of them. Tell me which one you fucking
I
mean.
mean, that video is incriminating evidence right there, right? Allegedly, right? But it is. So I mean, you got that. You got Erica Frost is the other one. L Frost Vivo. I got the voicemails, right? I got everything, bro. Like, do you understand that these people have committed so many federal crimes? It's unreal. See, my thing is with me, I'm not doing anything unless it's my decision and on my terms. You understand? I'm taking this to court my way as a federal lawsuit. But I just think it's funny as hell because these people are being held accountable by the system. You don't believe, you think that those names aren't already on that FBI watch list as well? You don't think that they talked to them? If they haven't, they dropping the ball and they are going to have to at some point. Basically, it's to the point I believe that any name I say publicly, they're going to have to do the same thing. They're going to have to talk to them and they're going to have to put them on an FBI watch list. It's that simple, common sense. Because I mean, and that's the thing, like, are you going to just pay attention? You have to go look into all their past. You got to look at what they've been doing for all these years and hold them accountable for that. You can't be like, oh, well, we're watching you now. Well, yeah, if you're watching now, they're going to sit there and try to act like they're goody two shoes, right? That's not the way it works. It just seems to me like all these folks have it confused. But I know God is real. If God got it to this point and made them, where they have to do their job eventually, finally, I mean, then it is what it is. But that's my only thing. There ain't no excuse, bro. It don't take this many years, bro, to do your job and just do, basic services and basic things, bro. Like, that's your job, bro. I'm just being real. Like, I'm being 100%. Like, if I was in charge of any of this stuff or any companies, I guarantee you that if it was my job, I would not take this long to just, like, that makes no sense, bro. That's all I'm saying. Like, none of them want to fulfill their duty and do their job. That stuff is crazy to me, man. It's embarrassing. But like I said, don't worry. We're clearly going to have our day where I get to, call y'all out publicly in front of everyone. And, a lot of it, will probably be in courts or speaking in person. And I'll get to actually say how I feel right in front of you. That's going to be the best part. You feel me? Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. So, yeah, like I said, it's all coming to pass now. It's all happening right now. Like I said, God is real. I keep telling you this. Yeah, I just had a reading and download confirmation. Just the most recent one actually came out and it said they're living a double you know what, and it said they're on a
They're living a double you know what? What? Life? Living a double life? Living a double you know what? Jesus. Man. Yeah, one day when you grow up, you'll be a clit.
FBI watch list. And now homeboy Groovy Jimmy comes out and says he's on an FBI watch list, but y'all don't think that I have divine intervention and I sit at the right hand throne of God? Come on, bro. It's like God told me they're going to have no choice but to respect you. Exactly. And that's why I'm getting chosen. Why do you think the new movie had him where he was working with like the NYPD? He was working with one of the guys who I think was like CIA undercover, right? So it may not have been with the NYPD, but he was around them. Remember when they were sitting there looking at him when he walks through the hallway? The depiction is about me, smart one. I'm going to be in New York and I'm going to be working with these agencies to catch criminals.
They have put actual scars upon his soul, Red.
If you can't figure that out by now, you're a little bit behind, brother. Okay? That's just the fact.
This applause shit, I'm telling you, if he doesn't go live within the next 10 minutes or so, I think I'm going to go ahead and spend the rest of the evening with Mrs. Baritone. I thought I could get used to the soundboard stuff. I don't know. I'll figure something out as we go further into this story, but he can't lose that shit fast enough.
See, you don't get it. This is really my job now. I'm Batman. So we're going to need a Batman. And that's the point, is that I'm going to be the one who moves in the street and I do what I want independently, right? Because I already do a good job. I don't need nobody telling me how to do my job, nor are they going to. And I operate independently. So there's going to be folks that, of course, don't like me, just like in the depiction, because they're corrupt. Starting to catch the drift and get smart here, partner? Everybody fears the Batman or respects the Batman. It's one or the other or both. You understand? So my whole point is, yeah, and they probably gonna have to put me on a payroll too. You understand? You know what I mean? It may not be them, but it'll be somebody. Somebody's gonna have to pay me and put me on a payroll. I can almost assure you. Yeah, in that new depiction, right, with you know who, right? Robert Pattinson, right? Um, like I said, it all makes perfect sense, bro. And that's probably the kind of suit that I'm gonna have too, something close to that. Even the flying technology that they used, right? I mean, it's pretty interesting. I'm just going to say that it's pretty interesting. You know, I hope that if I fly a lot cleaner than that. That was ridiculous.
Oh man.
I hope it doesn't go the way they depicted it. That was pretty bad. But that is the new flying technology. It's that little thing, and you just pull the tab or whatever, and it pops out or whatever, and you're able to fly. And it's like a big buoyancy type thing. You know, it looks like a river raft. You know, and it's like being a balloon, and you're like flying, like it's a real thing. So I know that that's real flying technology, and it may be what we incorporate and what we have to use. I don't know. I was hoping that we can do it a way that's cleaner than that, but I would want that to be a part of it for sure if it works. You know, either way, it's scary as hell. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I would still want to start where I'm low to the ground and try to figure it out and learn, and I would have to practice it. But hey, Christina and I should have the money. We're going to have the money to do so. You know what I mean? That's what I've been told. So, I mean, what do you mean? You know what I mean? Like, we'll have money to waste. We'll have money to do whatever we want. So I can use that money and incorporate and practice until I get it right and get good enough where then I can really use it to do what I'm doing. Because what I'm going to be doing is going to be in the street going hard body, doing what Batman does best. I ain't got to spell it out for you. Homies know what the hell I do. Folks know how I get down, and I followed all the rules. They can never twist it and say, "Oh, well, you do something you don't." No, I know exactly what I do, and I do everything legally in the right way, 100%. That's why I'm really good at being Batman and good at my job, buddy.
Mr. Smith, he would belong in a place named Space City. That's absolutely true. We're going to be here another couple minutes. He's driving me out of my mind.
See, they weren't used to that. They can expect a Batman who's reckless and can't think, but to expect a Batman who's a complete genius and never makes a mistake and does things legally the right way, now that's a force to be reckoned with. Now do you see why I keep moving careful and being smart? I told you it pays off. See, I didn't turn soft, buddy. Trust me, I'm worse than all y'all. It's just that I got smart and I learned, hey, I want to preserve a future and have a career that lasts forever. You have to earn respect, and it's all good. It's good things. So it's good things that God taught me and that I learned in the process. So I'm not going to ever forget them, and I keep moving the way that I learned. And I carry everything that I go through with me. That's Batman. I'm Batman. So yeah, like I said, basically keep talking, keep running your mouth, keep doing your self-snitching live streams. I mean, Rob Rack is another one. You think Rob Rack is not in the same boat? If Groovy Jimmy's on an FBI watch list, there's no way that Rob Rack isn't. And if any of these names, if they haven't done it yet, I mean, they're going to have no choice. They're not. They're going to have no choice but to add every name onto that FBI watch list of folks who are committing crimes online and doing what they're doing. And Rob Rack is one that does the same thing Groovy Jimmy does. He gets on live and says the craziest things I've ever heard. He's had me at the point that I'm literally like, wow, like maybe I really do need to like it just don't make no sense. I've never seen someone
It just doesn't make any sense. And you know what? That's all that I have for you on this Black Friday here on Negative 43 TV. As always, I'd like to thank everybody for spending at least a little bit of their Black Friday with me here on Negative 43 TV. Programming notes, if I don't stream tomorrow, I will probably stream Sunday. That's about the best I could do for you right there. But you know what I'm getting ready to say, so you may as well say it with me. It's time to bring up the house lights and go home. I'm Rich Baritone. And until the next time, I'll talk to you. And now, Negative 43 TV ends another broadcast day. Negative 43 TV is a wholly owned subsidiary of Baritone Media, LLC, which is headquartered at One Frost Tower in downtown Sneedville. Negative 43 TV studios are located at 6969 Dead Daddy Drive in Sneedville. On behalf of all of us at Negative 43 TV, have a good evening. And now, high flight.
Slip the surly bonds of earth and dance the skies on laughter's silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, where never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand, and touched the face of God.